There's just a few excerpts from Teresa of Avila, The Interior Castle. Here's one that's on music. While writing this, I'm thinking about what's going on in my head with the great noise there that I mentioned in the beginning. It makes it almost impossible for me to write what I was ordered to. It seems as if there are in my head many rushing rivers, and that these waters are hurtling downward, and that there are many little birds whistling sounds, not in the ears, but in the upper part of the head, where they say the higher part of the soul is. And I was with that superior part for a long time, for it seems this powerful movement of the spirit is a swift upward one. Continuing at chapter 2, I'm skipping around. It says, the experience that I call spiritual delight in God, that I term somewhere the prayer of quiet, are of a very different kind, as those of you who call by the mercy of God have experienced them will know. Let's consider for a better understanding that we see two founts with two water troughs. For I don't find anything more appropriate to explain some spiritual experiences than water, and this is because I know little and have no helpful cleverness of mind, and am so fond of this element that I have observed it more attentively than other things. In all the things that so great and wise a God has created, there must be many beneficial secrets, and those who understand them do benefit. And though I believe that in each little thing created by God there is more than what is understood, even if it is a little ant. These
David, that's enough.
What?
That's enough. I don't enjoy. I don't like it. So
You don't like it?
not to begin. We heard us this time of time.
This section here is nice. I'll read this.
Okay, why did you read all the other ones?
I'll read the nice sections and make it short. With all this other fount, the water comes from its own source, which is God, and since His mercy, Majesty desires to do so, when He is pleased to grant some supernatural flavor, He produces this delight with the greatest peace and quiet and sweetness in the very eternal part of ourselves, interior part of ourselves. I don't know from where or how, nor is that happiness a delight and experienced as our earthly consolations in the heart. I mean, there is no similarity at the beginning, for afterwards a delight fills everything. This water overflows through all the dwelling places and faculties until reaching the body. That is why I said that it begins in God and ends in ourselves. For certainly, as anyone who may have experienced it will see, the whole exterior man enjoys this spiritual delight and sweetness. So I was now thinking while writing this that the verse mentioned above, teletasti, kormani, mim, says the heart was expanded. I don't think the experience is something, as I say, that rises from the heart, but from another part still more interior, as from something deep. I think this must be the center of the soul. He said about the fragrance here. To return to the verse, what I think is helpful in it for explaining this matter is the idea of expansion. It seems that since that heavenly water begins to rise from this spring, I'm mentioning that is deep within us, it swells and expands our whole interior being, producing inevitable blessings, nor does the soul even understand what it is given to it there. It perceives a fragrance. Let us say for now, as though there were in that interior depth of breath. Then it says the body shares in them the spiritual delight. the whole thing. But anyway, she concludes that I really believe that whoever humbles himself and is detached, because of the detachment and humility, must not be just our thoughts, but for they awful deceive us, but complete detached will receive the favor of this water. So if you're detached, you might get the water. We're reading from chapter 2. We didn't read the whole thing. But I like that first part with the music and the water and the fragrance. It's like the nectar. Reading from Teresa of Avila, The Interior Castle.